As we can get going. Alrighty then. Scott barking out the singles. Right away the Raiders show blitz. In motion is Marcus. Handoff to the first man through, breaks the tackle, 30, 35, cuts the near side, 40, wiggles up the middle to about the 43-yard line. Rice run that time. Nixon in the backfield. Nixon, why not? Handoff to Nixon, and Nixon gets gobbled up. That time he lost. Just underway. 43-34 to go. Marcus in motion, and now too much movement. And that's probably going to go against the Kenosha Cougars. Will the official tell you what it is? We're waiting for his call. The coach. We'll have coach say a couple of words here and there. In motion is 22. Back to pass, Scott. Scott going deep. He's got his man out there. Oh, man. It's over his head. He's got it. The 10, the 5. He goes into the end zone. Jacob Herman. Chika near side. One running back, Nixon. Fake to Nixon. Scott going to roll, take it himself. Tucks it at 5. Scott dives to the pylon. Did he get in? No. Davis. Two wide receivers, far side, one near side. Davis, handoff to the first man through, gallops up the middle, 35, puts his shoulder down, 40, still battling, first down. He's in the Cougar, I should say his own 42-yard line. Finally, two wideouts far side. In motion now, wide receiver number 15. Handoff to the first man through, goal lances through. It's about the close to 5 yards, to about the 40 bar, two wideouts far side. Raiders down by 6. Opening half here at Amici Field. Davis back to pass. Davis going long over the shoulders. It's short. Ball took a hop at the 15-yard line. Into one wide out far side, one near. I formation for Davis. Fake. Pitch to Morris. Morris cuts inside 50. Morris gets hit there at the 48-yard line. Driven backwards. Oh, let's get the number of the truck that put him backwards. I formation. Davis under center. Davis, hand off to Morris. Morris sifting through traffic, puts his shoulder to the 47, but he got bounced backwards. Waukesha Raiders, they picked up a huge fourth down play. Davis back to pass. Davis goes long. He's got a wide receiver step for step. What a defensive play. My goodness, Cougars. Opening half. Two wideouts now near side. In motion is similar. Handoff to Morris. Morris sifts through traffic, gets to the 43, and he's drugged down by the big guy. Gary Paget, number 73. Lone running back behind Davis is Alan Morris, the running back. Davis drops back. All data throw. Steps up. He's got a receiver. Barr reaches up. He's got it for a first down. No, that's Chris, the quarter of the center. Morris in the backfield. The Raiders now are threatening to answer. Handoff to Morris. Morris trying to break a tackle. 34-yard line. Vernon Pope, number 13, grabs him along with 4 or 5 blue shirts. The lead. The quarterback in motion. Davis drops back. Davis rolls. Davis throws it over the middle. It's caught at the 32-yard line, and there's going to be a flag. Robert Morris, number 13, caught it. Howard Scott was all over him. But let's see what the officials see. We'll wait to hear from the official. I didn't hear what he... Pass Cougar, 31-yard line. One wide out far side, one near side. Davis pitch to the number 15 up the middle, and he gets to the 22-yard line. That's similar. Raiders trailing 6-0. Morris flanks the quarterback near side. That's Davis. Davis fake to Morris. Davis throws a little lollipop over the middle, and he's gobbled up the running back Morris. He got gobbled on receiver near side. Morris remains in the backfield. Bad snap. Davis has to go after it. Ball still on the ground. It's picked up by Morris. Chike on him. Now, Chike throws him down. Number 88. That play was doomed from the two receivers near side, one far side. See, I can say that. We got the press box window shut. Long count by Scott. Scott drops back. Got time. Throws a blazer over the middle. It's tipped up in the air. Nearly picked off. Intended for Paul Paris. The near side. One running back in the backfield. That's Nixon, number 41. Raiders showing blitz. Bad snap. There's a fumble, and looks like the Raiders got it at the 20-yard line. Another turnover and another line. Davis, the quarterback. Davis drops back. Davis looks. Davis throws a blazer. Can't get his wide receiver. Morris, the running back, flanking Davis near side. Morris drops back. Morris throws a laser over the middle. It's caught by the wide receiver / head coach, and how he came down with it. Ryan's 5 on the shot. And now what do we got? There's a timeout, Cougars. Half an hour? 20 miles? Davis pitch to Morris. Morris going out far side. Now he stops at the 15. Step on. Breaks tackle 10. Stumbles forward to about the 5. One receiver near side. 2 far side for Davis. Morris flanks him. Davis goes back. Davis looks. Davis throws a lollipop over the middle. It's caught and dropped. Did he drop it? Yes. 8 nights so far for the Waukesha Raiders. Only their second possession. Davis back to pass. Davis pitch to Morris. Morris trying to get to the outside. 10, 5, breaks a tackle, scoots into the end zone. Did he score? Touchdown. He broke a tackle. What? 3 for 3 on turnovers by the Cougars. Extra point attempt by number 8. A line drive. Was it good? The quarterback. 1 receiver near side, 1 far side. Nixon in the backfield. Scott, fake. Scott looks. Now he's looking. Blast the football, and the Raiders got it. Set. Where?
25.
25, the last job. Now there was motion. TJ Barr took off for the Waukesha Raiders. He heard a snap that wasn't there. He was half a count by the QB. Drops back. That's Davis. Davis looks. He throws a lollipop. Tight coverage by Walton. Bats it down on the far sideline. So that'll bring up second down for the Raiders. Semler in motion. Handoff to Morris. Morris trying to get to the near side. He gets hit at the 33, and he gets brought down. Wrestling him down all the way was that number. Take advantage of that turnover. 2 wideouts far side, 2 near for Davis. Raiders up by 1. Davis drops back. Davis looks. Davis going long, going for it all. It's up in the air. It's overshot, but unfortunately, did they say the defender 7-11, currently leading 7-6. Davis pitch to Morris. Morris sweeping near side, cuts inside. Chaikov, he's at the 5. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown. But wait a minute. There's a flag on the play. Wait a minute. Morris was able to scamper in, but let's see what the officials say here. If it's against the Cougars, it's declined. It's block in the back. No touchdown. Big break by the a 5'10 receiver. 1 receiver far side. Pitch to the running back, number 15. That time the receiver, Ryan Semler. Padgett was able to trip him down, number 73, and he kind of lost his balance and went down. 2 receivers far side. Nothing like GFL football, having a good time on a Friday night. Davis drops back. Davis looks. Davis throws a laser. He's got his man. Touchdown. Touchdown, Raiders. And we'll try to get the... We'll go 9 yards. Boss will attempt the extra point, kicks it up. It looks good enough. It's good. Extra point is good. The opening half, but the Cougars are down now 14-6. Handoff to the first man through Nixon, trying to get to the outside 35-yard line, runs into traffic. That's number 41, Atravius Nixon, 5'9", 180. Here comes Scott under center. Marcus, a lot of movement up front by the Raiders defense. Now Scott, handoff to the first man through, trying to break a tackle, and nowhere to go. He gets thrown back rudely at the 33-yard line. The Raiders sniffed that baby out. Leading the charge was number 5, Brian Newworth, and I didn't even see who was on the carry. 6. Cougars are trailing in this game. 1 receiver far side, 1 near for Scott. Couple of turnovers have really hurt so far on the early get-go. Scott play action. He's got pressure. He breaks 1 tackle. Now he's going to go down at the 31-yard line. The Raiders were coming in Groves. Getting in there that time for the Raiders, trying to improve to 4-2 on the year. So are the Cougars. They're 3-2. Davis, handoff to Morris. Morris stops, trying to cut near side. Now he's in the middle. Now he goes up the middle to the 40. Morris still battling, pushing, shoving to about the 43-yard line. All that work. Hulleman and Vernon Pope, wide receivers far side, 1 near side. That's Ryan Semler. Quarterback Davis out of the gun, flanked by Morris near side. Davis drops back. Davis steps up, throws deep. He's got a receiver one-on-one. That's number 13. He's got it at the 18. Breaks the tackle 15-10. He's going to walk into the end zone. Robert Morris, number 13. Basel get ready to do the extra point. High snap. Basel's kick is a line drive. It's up and good. So, or is it 3 turnovers by the Cougars? 3 turnovers. Correction. 2 fumbles and 1 pick. Scott out of the gun. 2 receivers near side, 2 far side. Scott one-handed. Drops back. Now he's going to have to get out of the pocket. 30. Scott cuts up the middle of the 37. Gets hammered down right there. And getting in there for that Waukesha defense, number 47, Dan Kacklemeyer, was able to lay the wood to him. 2 receivers far side for Anthony Scott. 2 far side and near side. Nobody in the backfield on this formation for Anthony Scott. Scott changing the single now. Checking off the line of scrimmage. Scott still calling the play. Drops back quickly. He's at the 26. Throws deep. He's got one-on-one. The ball is overshot. Nearly picked off. Intended for number 11. The far sideline was Paul Parise, but there was 2 white shirts. Tell you right now. Herman near side now. Paul Parise goes out to the far side along with Shaika. Quarterback is Scott out of the gun, standing around the 33. Scott drops back quickly. Scott looks. Throws a blazer. Scott's man Abbott off his hands at the 48-yard line. Bounced off the shoulder pad as Morris was going to make the... Here comes the Raiders and quarterback David Davis. Morris now this time lines up next to the official at the 30-yard line. Davis pitch to the new running back. Trying to cut up the middle. He gets smothered backwards. 73, Gary Padgett. Next your score. 7 minutes exactly left in this opening half, which hasn't been a good first half to the Kenosha Cougars. 1 receiver far side, 2 near side for Davis. Davis back to pass, got time. Steps up in the pocket, throws a blazer off the hands of the receiver as he's gobbled up by Tim Ch. For both teams, the Cougars can stop them. They'll get the football back in the first half. 2 wideouts near, too far for Davis. Davis drops back, pressure. Davis is going to get sacked. And down he goes all the way in the backfield. Was that Paul Parise in there, number 11? And I'm trying to see. Paul Parise was able to get in there. They're going 2 minutes, 4:35 and counting left in this first half as the clock continues to tick. In motion. Scott. Hand off to Nixon up the middle, 45. Nixon gets to the near side, 40. Atrevius, the 35. Battling near side, gets wrestled down there around the 32-yard line. Finally, near side, Nixon in the backfield behind the quarterback, Scott. See what the Cougars can do here, trying to get back in this game before halftime. Long count by Scott. Scott drops back. Pressure now. Flag all over that play. And usually when you get a flag, you get a flag in the backfield like that. Normally, either face mask on the defense or holding on the offense.
But there was no lineman there to hold.
See what the officials will sort this baby out. Could be what you said, Kevin. It could be, well...
Could be when he was going down.
I didn't see any indication here. Let's wait for the officials to sort this baby out. No flag, no penalty on the play, so they're going to pick up the flag. I guess we're Scott in the shotgun, flanked by Nixon behind him. 2 wideouts, near and far. Scott long count. Bad snap, and this time Scott can only jump on it. Another miscue from center to quarterback. Side 1 far side. Scott in the shotgun formation, flanked by Nixon. Long count. Scott gets it off the ground. Scott throws long. He's got Marcus. Marcus dives for it. Did he get it? No, but there's flag down. Actually, in the possession. Clock at 2:21 to go. And Kevin's right. At the 2-minute mark, that's when it becomes NFL rules. Scott in the shotgun. Scott, handoff to number 20. Lost the football. Did he get it back? Number 20, that was Davis. Davis was able to pounce on. Boy, how many miscues have been by the Cougars? Scott under the shotgun now.
Ball on the Raiders, 45.
Scott barking at the single. Scott hand off to the first man through number 9. Cuts up the middle, breaking tackles. He's at the 45, trying to get out of bounds. Stripped the football, but he's able to go after it. Number 9 was Kelvin Smith. The Raiders are going to have a chance to increase that margin of 2 scores already, up 21-6. Long count by Scott. Low snap. Scott drops back. Picks up a blitz. Scott throws long. He's got Herman. Herman's got it all through the hands. Great defensive play by Morris, number 4, along with Harold Marcus, who's back in far side. Kelvin Smith remains the running back behind Scott. Big 4th down play in 15. Scott drops back. Got time. Throws long. Flag down. Trying to go to Herman. Herman can't get it. Morris is over there, but we got a flag in the backfield. And it looks like the way the body language, Kevin's right, looks like offensive holding. Let's wait for the official to decipher the penalty. But the bad news here is, yes, Kevin's right. And the bad news here is just what I had feared, guys. 136 to Raiders. 2 wideouts far side, 1 near for Davis. Davis right away drops back, steps up in the pocket, flushed out. 43 tucks it in. He throws it. That should be a fumble. Picked up by 7-11 Washington. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Touchdown Cougars. I don't think their side. Paris. Chaika near side. Nixon in the backfield. This is huge 2-point conversion. 21-12. Hand off to Nixon. Nixon. No. Scott throws it. He's got his man. Who's got it? Harold Marcus catches it. 2 points. Here comes the Raiders, 1:20 to go. Ball out to 30. Davis going long. Look out, he's got his man out there twisting, turning. That's number 13, Morris. And Howard Scott, step for step. Huge Kenosha Cougar touchdown. 21-14 now with 1:20 to go. Davis back once. Pumps. Throws long. He's got his man out there. There was contact, and the official threw a flag. I was afraid of that. Only a touchdown, 21-14 with a 1:06 to go. 2nd down, Davis goes back. Davis steps up at the 20, throws a laser. Incomplete. 10 at that to the Raider 30. 21-14 Waukesha. Long count by Davis. 2 receivers far side. Davis quickly drops back. Got all day. Davis throws. It's high in the air. It's caught by the receiver 40. Similar. 45-50. Huge first down by the Waukesha Raiders. Caught by the coach. Far side, 1 near side. Davis standing out of the shotgun formation. Long count by Davis. Handoff. No, Davis fakes. Davis throws a screen to his running back. He's at the 40. Look out, Morris. 30. Morris breaks a tackle. Morris, 25. Lost the football. It's in the air. It looks like the Cougars got it. Yes, sir. Joseph Lyman. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. All right, here we go. Scott back to pass. Scott throws over the middle. It's caught by Paul Paris. Paris breaks the tackle. Paris at the 37-yard line. Get gobbled up there. Scott connects to number 11, Paul Paris over the middle. 2nd down, ball at the 38 for your Cougar-O. All right, here we go. 1 receiver far side, 2 near side for the quarterback, Scott. 1 running back in the backfield. Herman in motion, coming back to the near side. Scott rolls back at the 30. Scott throws a laser to Ham. Ham's got it, but he got rudely thrown down. Scott connects to number 5. Here we go, 1st and 10. 1 receiver near side, 1 to the far side for Scott. Scott rolling to the near side. Pumps once, there's a flag. Could be a broken play. Scott 45-50, look out. Scott going to the outside, breaks a tackle, slides down to the 40. Tripped up on the play by number 24, Kevin Ellis, but there was a quick flag. So here we go. 2 receivers far side, 2 near side for Scott. Scott high snap again. Scott gets on it this time. Scott's got to elude 1 man. He gets pushed into Scott. Down he goes. Scott gets sacked on the play at the 21-yard line. You know it's halftime here at Amici Field. Thank you very much. 2 in the backfield. There's a pitch. Toss. There's a play action. Semler is going to throw it. His receivers got it. 35-30, 25-20. 15-10, 5 touchdown.
Touchdown.
Touchdown to Robert Morris on the first play of the second half. Holding the ball, why not? Number 15, Ryan Semler. High snap, the kick is up. It looks good enough through the uprights. It's good.
And the kick is Herman to the press box.
Herman goes to the far side. Paul Parise near side. Scott, shotgun formation. Let's see what the Cougar offense can do. 3 turnovers in that first half. Also hurt. Hand off to Nixon. Shoots up the middle, 35-40. Nixon gets wrestled down, collared from behind at the 46-yard line. He was finally brought down. And so far tonight, they've put up 28 points thus far, and we're just underway in the second half. 2 receivers far side now for Scott. 1 near side. In motion is Abbott. Hand off to Abbott, reverse. Abbott near side, 45-50. Abbott, one man to break, 45. Abbott scoots along the near sideline, finally tripped at about. Chaika comes to the near side, that's Dave. Scott barking up the singles. Nixon in motion, hand off to Nixon, straight up the gut. Nixon till out the 37-yard. Dave Chaika near side. Nixon remains behind the quarterback, Anthony Scott. Still plenty of time in this game. High snap. Scott rolls back, gets a block, throws. He's got his man caught at the 28-yard line. We'll get his number in a minute. 14. Your score. Raiders. Scott shotgun formation. Scott, high snap. Hand off to Ham. Ham cuts in traffic to 30. Ham breaks the tackle, 25. Ham somehow keeps those feet churning and gets down to the 23-yard line. 40 seconds to go. 28-14 Raiders. Scott in the gun. Scott takes the pitch. Scott drops back to the 33. He throws. You got Paul Parise. Priest Iceford can't get it. The ball hits the turf at the 2-yard line, near sideline. The game. Scott the gun. Anthony Scott. Can he lead the Cougars to a great comeback? Hand off the Ham, right up the gut. 20-15. But there's a flag. Flags all over the place. Ham took off. Did somebody get caught in the cookie jar with a hold? Yes.
Ball spotted on the Walker shot, 33.
So it's 3rd and 13 now. Clock continues to tick here. 28-14 Raiders. Cougars with the ball. Scott drops back. Scott steps in the pocket. Throws a rifle intended for Ham over the middle. Incomplete.
Got pass incomplete.
Scott feeling pressure all over the place. Just got rid of that football. Bringing the heat was number 50, Blake Paulson. A touchdown. That cut the deficit at that point, 21-14. But the opening drive, first play, Raiders struck big. Davis under center. Davis, hand off to the first man through, breaks the tackle, shoots through the middle of the 15, still battles to about the 16-yard line. Was that Morris again? Paget on the stop. Morris just shot and a half.
Ball spotted on the 2.5.
2.5 he gives him, okay. 1 receiver far side. Davis under center. Hand off to the first man through. Battling to about the 5, and that's it. Paul Parise is in there, help stack him up, along with Howard Scott. And 2 receivers far side, 1 near side for Davis. 28-14. Davis rolls back in the end zone. Got time. Throws. He's got a man over, shot him, double covered. Good coverage by the Cougar D. He tried to go over the middle to number 80 that time. Bird and 14. 1 receiver near side, 2 far side for Mr. Davis. Morris in the backfield. Huge play. Morris drops back. Throws a laser. Receiver trying to cut back to it. Slip at around the 17. Tim Chaika was right in his far side. 1 near side in the form of Dave Chaika. I formation this time behind the quarterback, Anthony Scott. Marcus in the backfield. Handoff to Nixon. Nixon runs far side, right side, gets hammered down right there by that pursuit of the Raider fullback slot position, along with Nixon behind him.
Listen to linebackers.
Scott, the quarterback, under center this time. Scott takes it himself, trying to get a buck, cut inside. Now Scott trying to outdo him, and he gets tackled from behind. What's a pursuit? Getting in there, that's Mark. 2 receivers near side, Paul Parise and Ham. And now before the snap from center, we get a, was there a timeout or was there a penalty? I didn't see a flag. Flag against the Cougars. False start, or what did we get? One receiver far side, two near side for the Cougar O. Scott still out of that gun. Scott drops back. Scott throws on the run. He's got his man Ham. Ham stumbles to about the 28-yard line. It's play. Coming up here, Paul Parise near side, Herman far side along with, is that Ham or Smith? Smith. Scott drops back. Scott throws. Diving forward at the 22 is his wide receiver. Ham can't get to scrimmage. Two receivers now go out to the far side. One near side for Davis. Long count. Davis drops back. Davis looks long. He's going forward all. He's got his receiver stride for stride. He's got it. Far sideline. And who was that? Was that 15 again? Two receivers far side, one near side. Davis under center. Waukesha on the... Boy, another score pretty well will do it here. Morris on the delay handoff. Trying to get to the outside. Cuts the corner, 35. Tries to get inside. Still going on his feet. Finally, 4 or 5 blue shirts. And he's still battling the pile. And he finally goes down after 2 or 3 whistles. My goodness, how big is Ellen Morris? 5'6", 160. Raiders, two receivers far side. One near side in the form of Semler. Morris, near side to the quarterback, Davis. Davis gets the pitch. Back to pass. Morris can't pick up the blitz. Davis throws through the receiver Semler's hands, and on the coverage that time for the Kenosha tonight. 13, Robert Morris goes out to the far side. Near side is Semler, who's been a big weapon for this Raider offense. He's also / head coach. Back to pass is Davis. He's got his man, number 13. He's got it 5, walks into the end zone. Robert Morris catches it. Basel, 5'8", 160-pounder. Semler will hold. The kick is a line drive shot. I don't think he made... I was going to say, somebody got their hands in it. Who was it that got their hands in that? But let's see what the offense can do. Scott still the quarterback. I formation, Marcus and Nixon. Scott. Pitch to the running back, Atrevius. Cuts inside 35. Trying to get to the outside. He does. 38, 40. Atrevius gets to about the 41-yard line. Lot of work. Still ticking. 21:43 to go. 34-14 Raiders. Cougars need to get that high-octane offense in gear. Scott drops back. Scott, quick pitch. He's got his man on the far side. Is that Abbott? Abbott gets tagged at the 45-yard line by the Raider defense. Morris on the tackle. Morris up by 3 scores. Two receivers far side, two near side for Scott by himself in the backfield. At the 40. High snap. Scott, quick pitch. Got his man far sideline. 50. Still battling. Was that Herman? Looks like comes your enemy. Two receivers far side, two near side. Scott out of that gun. Scott gets it. Scott throws a rifle through Ham's hands. It's caught by Parise. Parise trying to break a tackle. Parise lunges forward to the 30. It looked like that pass for the far side near side for the Cougars. 2 to the far side. Scott out of the gun. Scott takes it. Scott drops back. Got time. Scott throws the laser. It's caught. Herman breaks a tackle. 10-5. One man to break. Dives in the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown. Touchdown, Cougars. It's Gardner coming in. And now, wait a minute. Gardner's going to fly out. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Scott drops back. Scott rolling to the near side. Scott in trouble. Scott running. Scott throws. It's up in the air. Batted down. There was 3 white shirts. Incomplete. Here comes the Raiders to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Davis, the quarterback, hand off to Morris. Morris just gets up the middle and gets what he can. Gary Padgett was able to get him down, number 73, and there was a 4:20 your score now. Raiders. One receiver far side, one near side. Morris flanking the quarterback, Davis. Davis drops back. Davis has time. Now Davis backing up. Got pressure now. steps up, throws a screen. Morris gets nailed, incomplete. Ham just put a tattoo. Now come out to the near side for the Raiders. One far side for the quarterback, Davis. Morris remains in the backfield. Davis drops back. Davis steps up, avoids traffic. He's going for his man, Morris. Tipped up and picked off. He's at a 35-40. That's Lyman. Lyman going down the sideline, 50, 45, 40. Lyman, 35, 30. Lyman gets knocked down at the 26-yard line. That was 27, Joseph Lyman. Far side, Herman along with Abbott. Paul Parise and Ham near side. Nobody in the backfield this time for the quarterback, Scott. Scott drops back, flag down. Scott catches Ham. Ham twist turn, 15. Ham still battling, but again, there was a flag immediately thrown. I don't know what that was about. Declined. Okay, you're right. So it's 2nd and 1 now. Two receivers far side, two near side for Scott. Huge opportunity to get back in this game. 34-20. Scott steps up in the pocket, throws a laser, caught by Parise. He's going to go in the end zone. Touchdown. 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 Touchdown, Cougars. My goodness. Scott. No. It was at the 2. Did they mark it back at the 5? Okay. There's a handoff to the first man through. Dives into the end zone. Did he get in? No indications.
Nope.
And Bergendahl. Receiver far side. Davis out of the gun. Hands off to Morris. Morris trying to scoot through the middle. 30. Ham on him. Now the gang's up on him. Gary Padgett, number 73, and also Padgett against the, was there an unsportsmanlike against the Raiders? Somebody say something after that play? I think so. Let's see what the call is from the official. Can we hear him? Let's see.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Ball back at the, 16-yard line. There's Davis taking the quarterback bootleg. And, or similar to 35, first down and more. No, not a first down. But that was a huge down. So what do we got? 3rd down? There's Semler. Hand off to the first man through. Gets collared down. That's 13 Morris. Did he get collared down by the face mask or was there holding? There's a couple of flags thrown on the play. This is a huge penalty. Holding against the big 3rd down play coming up here for Waukesha. The Cougar D. There's a low snap. Semler takes it himself. Ball's loose. Did Morris get it at the 30? They tried a little razzle-dazzle, and Howard Scott had none of that. 10 at the 38-yard line. Scott drops back. Scott throws a rifle. He's got his man Ham. Ham 45 near side 50. Stiff arm. Ham gets shoved out of bounds. Into enemy territory. Side, 2 near side. Scott out of the gun. 7:37 to go. Down 34-26 by 8 points. It was 3 scores not too long ago. Scott drops back, throws a laser in the middle. Abbott, the guy was all over his back. No flag. 24, Kevin L. 2nd and 10. Clock still ticking. 2 wideouts near side, 2 far side. Scott out of the gun. Standing as 47. High snap. Scott pulls it in. Scott wants the trigger. Goes long. He's got Paul Parise. Bumping going up. Parise got it at the 3-yard line. Despite getting pushed by number 2. Wipe away a great play. A huge play by the Kenosha Cougars. 2nd and 15. Back to the 47-yard line. That one hurt. Scott back to pass. Fakes once to Parise. Goes long. He's got his man Herman far sideline. Catches. Oh, can't catch it, but he's out of real estate. Herman far side. Boy, the Cougars had the play they needed and offensive interference. How many times do you see that called? Not that often. 3 receivers far side now. Scott rolling back. Far side. Scott throws. Oh, the receiver just got annihilated on the far sideline. No flag. I don't know who the receiver was. Ham just got cluster receivers near side for Mr. Scott. One running back in the backfield. Scott play action. Scott trying to find somewhere to run. 47, that's it. Nowhere to go. The ball is loose, but I think the whistles had blown. And that was not good. 1st and 10 now at the 47-yard line. Davis back in at quarterback. Running back Morris. Morris trying to get to the outside. And he gets collared down by Lyman.
Zone 49.
Two receivers far side, one near side for Davis. Morris in the backfield. Long count now by Davis. Davis drops back. Davis looks, stands up tall. Now he runs to the outside. He's going to tuck it in. 50. Davis trying to get out of bounds. Chased by Scott. Gets it up. Robert Morris. Two receivers near side for Davis. Another third down play at the Cougar 45. Fumble on the play. Ball is on the ground. Cougars dove for it. Did they get it? Three blue shirts on it. I think the Cougars know. The Raiders say they got it. Cougars say they got it. Let's see. See who's got it. The referees haven't indicated yet. They're still fighting on the bottom of the pile. They gave it back to the Raiders, and you can see the approval, disapproval of the Cougars. 4th and 2 at the 45-yard line. One receiver far side, one near. Huge fourth down play. Davis, quarterback keeper, first down and more. He rumbles straight up the teeth of the defense, gets to about the 38-yard line. And they played well, extremely well. Of course, the Cougars didn't disappoint. There's a pitch to Semler. Semler cuts inside 35. Gets to about the 32-yard line. Lyman on the stop. Cougars committed 3. So another tough loss. 2 tough losses in a row. Backfield behind the quarterback, Davis. Davis, a pitch to Morris. Morris running to the outside 30. Zoots outside 25. Morris puts his shoulder into the would-be tackler and gets a couple of extras. One receiver far side, one near side. You hear the coach yelling, ball security. Long count by Davis. Pitch to his running back, Morris. Morris gets nailed once by Lyman, and he gets gobbled up right there. Vernon Pope, the veteran, gets in there, number 13. This juncture. They're only up by 8, one score. Of course, a touchdown, 2-point conversion. Davis, well, see, made me a liar. Davis back to pass, throws, it's intercepted. Ham at the 25. Ham's got running room. 30. Ham gets tackled. And what did I just say? Wow, I guess they didn't listen to me. 2 receivers far side, 2 near side for the Cougar. Oh, Scott still the quarterback. 1:30 to go in the ball game. Low snap. Scott looking to throw it. He does. He's got his man Parise. Parise got it at the 48-yard line. Look out down there in front of the sidelines. Cougars, somehow, some way, can they do something here? 2 near side, 2 far side receivers. Nobody in the backfield. Scott gets it. Back to pass. Scott throws another laser. Ham catches it. Ham gets collared out of bounds, but he's still in bounds. 24, 1:10 to go. Cougars have 1 timeout left. Scott on the gun. 2 near, 2 far. Scott drops back. Scott throws a laser over the middle. Can't quite connect with Herman. Scott threw that baby in a hurry. Parise and Randy Ham near side. Again, nobody in the backfield in this late drive for the Cougar. Scott gets it. Scott's got time. Steps up. He's going to go for it all. He's got Herman on the far sideline. Herman leaps up, but there was contact by the defensive back, Morris. Herman timed it. Yep, down by 8. Got to get the touchdown first. Scott under the gun. Scott surveying the defense. Scott takes it. Good snap. Scott looking. Scott's going to have to run it. He's at the 10, 5, diving, gets shoved out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Because right now they're down by 8 is the margin. Parise, Ham near side. Low snap. Scott picks it up. Scott's going to have to run up the middle. Scott throws. Got a man out there in the corner of the end zone. Caught, dropped. Was that Herman? He got tagged on the far sideline. I thought he had it. Let's go out to the far side. 2 near side for Anthony Scott. See what Scott does here. 34-26, your score at the moment. Scott, shotgun. Scott drops back. Scott throws it over Ham's head. Ham tried to pull it in, can't quite corral it. And on his back was number 32. Here it comes down to 1 play. Down 34-26 by 8. Scott barks out the singles. Scott takes it. Scott rolling to the near side. He's got to take it himself. Naked bootleg. Scott gets hit, and he's short. He couldn't quite get it in. They're going to have to just hand it off for a quarterback keeper. Let's see what they do here. Yep, quarterback keeper. Davis gets a couple of yards.
Davis on the
That should do it. Boy, a tough one. Coach.
Beats me.
Well, I guess Coach gave the obvious answer here. Thank you, Coach, for those words of wisdom. And now that's the ball game as the clock will